Now, okay, I couldn't think of a picture for this, so I will forgive you if you have no idea what this refers to, but hopefully I can justify it. This is about persistence. Persistence. Am I up to persistence? No, wait, sorry. No, that's wrong. Persistence is another one. This is diligence. This is what I asked you for. And yeah, anyway. Okay, diligence. Perfect example of where an expert in an expert system. Anyway. So diligence, what I mean by that is, when we say someone is a diligent person, what do we mean? What kind of quality is that?
They never give up.
No, that's persistence, when they never give up. Or perseverance, if you like. Diligence, I think, is about attention to detail. Hence the magnifying glass, right? Attention to detail. So here's what a good expert will do this, right? They'll know the important details in a situation, right? And in trying to make a choice, they'll zoom in on those details. And if it's a good expert, they'll always get all the important ones all the time, and so they'll make a good decision, okay? But, two things. Sometimes, an expert will forget little details because they're human. Humans make errors, right? Another way of thinking about that, thinking back to the clinical decision support system, right? One of the most important jobs of doctors is to diagnose, okay? Just to try and work out what's going on here. Now, diligence comes into play for a doctor because there's a series of questions that they're going to want to ask to try and determine, okay, what are your symptoms? What's a likely kind of diagnosis? What's sort of predictable for your condition, that kind of thing. Now, as humans, right, even after years and years of training, suppose you've got a series of like maybe 10 to 15 questions you ask someone, and on that basis, you make a diagnosis. Well, what if you forget a couple, right? And without that information, you make an incorrect or a not broad enough diagnosis, okay? Just because you weren't diligent enough, right? And that's sort of a human problem. Now, expert systems, by contrast, they're always going to look at every single detail, even the trivial ones, and they're always going to ask every single question, even the trivial ones. Okay, so diligence, attention to detail, right? Never going to miss a little thing is a really helpful thing that you get from computer-based systems. Alright, let's get going. Okay, now this is the one I think I wanted to call persistence. Persistence. Now, I don't mean persistence as in perseverance. I mean persistence as in something is always there. Like 7-Eleven, right? So one of the great things about an expert system that an expert doesn't have is that you can access them all the time. I suppose you could call this accessibility. Okay? Now this is like, computer-based systems do this all the time, right? For instance, if unless you live close to like a 24-hour Kmart, which is weird. I don't understand 24-hour Kmarts. But anyway, in the middle of the night, I need to go buy some track pants. I don't know. Unless you live near one of those, you generally can't go and buy anything you want at any time during the day because people have to go to sleep and have weekends and stuff like that, right? But Amazon never sleeps. Amazon is like a 7-Eleven up in the sky, and you can get anything, right? So persistence. It's always there. The expert system is always there. Never needs to take a break. Okay? Never needs to have a nap. Never needs to go on holidays. Never needs to eat, apart from electricity and stuff, which we can supply all the time. It's always accessible, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. Okay. Now this next one. Okay. have a look at this picture. What is it? What's he? This is it. This guy here, the standing guy, is a chess master, and what's he doing? If you can see closely, he's walking around a sort of a square of tables, and it looks to me like there's at least 7 or 8 games going on at once, and there's probably more outside the frame that we can't see. And if you've ever seen this before, it's quite thrilling to watch. He's just walking from board to board, and he's making a move. And he goes to the next board, and he looks at it, and then he makes a move. And in all likelihood, depending on how good a master he is, he will probably win all of those games. Maybe 1 or 2 he might lose. Okay. Now, what's this about? This is about availability, right? Namely, this chess master, as good as he is only available to play 1 game at a time. He maintains the illusion of playing multiple games at the same time. But really, if you freeze him in time, he's only dealing with 1 game, and he's just doing them in sequence. Okay. However, an expert system, right? How is it different? How is the expertise and knowledge of the expert system available in a different way than it is to the chess master? Well, in a true way, simultaneous multiple users can access the expert system simultaneously and get responses from it immediately, right? There's no kind of, wait, hold on, the teacher's busy right now with someone else, you can't ask them questions because they're fully engaged and you can't actually interrupt into the conversation and get meaningful help out of them. Expert systems, not true. Okay? Alright, one last advantage, okay? Now, this guy, I just found him. I don't remember his name, so I'm going to get it for you. This man is Jiromon Kimura. How's that? My year 10, year 8 Japanese. Success. Okay. Now, Mr. Kimura is the oldest man in the world at the moment. Or oldest man. Probably the oldest woman might be a bit older, because I think women generally a bit more, they last a bit longer. So it says he's a former postman. Good on him. He's 115 years and, well, at the time of writing this, he was 258 days old. Which was in January, I think. Hold on, have a look. January. So if he's still alive, he might be 116. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Yeah, happy guy. So, oldest man in the world. Now, I think like whatever the Guinness World Record must be 121, 122, something like that. Okay. So you've got a fixed age limit, really, on all of the experts in the world. Okay, and to be honest, most people don't really get past that. It's sort of like, woohoo, if I get past 100, like let alone 115, 116. Okay. So therefore, what's the advantage of the expert system over a human expert? Right. Okay. Now we feel this really keenly because, not just is it that, experts will eventually pass away because they're human beings, but also they will not just pass away, they'll leave organizations. So we're losing, over the last few years and in the next few years to come, our school is losing heaps of expert teachers. A lot in my department. I mean, they're all over the place, right? But this is just what happens. People retire. They're only going to teach for like 45 years max, okay? And that's not that long when you think about how many students need all the expertise of these people, right? So an expert system, right? If you could condense all of the knowledge and wisdom and experience of a human being into a computer system, you'd be able to access it forever. That would be great, wouldn't it? Okay.